EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, you're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us on today's episode. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Today on the program, our focus is on the Nigerian economy from the perspective of industry operators. And so let's talk, we shall be featuring the distinguished and award-winning CEOs of GIE Logistics Limited, MOD Education Nigeria Limited, and IEFA International Limited. And on Spot On, we shall bring you an excellent gentleman, erudite, vision-driven, versatile, and impactful financial services management expert with extensive experience in audit, tax, and advisory services, holder of highly respected academic and professional certifications, fellow, Chartered Institute of Accountants, team player, and industry captain. Eben Jewels is the founder and managing partner of Stramza Partners, a leading integrated world-class professional financial advisory firm in Nigeria and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026. And on the face-to-face is an excellent gentleman, symbol of integrity, alumnus of the Nigerian Aviation School in Zaria, certified, seasoned, and versatile aviation services management expert, insightful, goal-getting, impactful, and people-friendly professional, team player, and industry captain. Captain Daniel Kwanzaa is the managing director and chief executive officer of Gyro Air Limited, one of the foremost world-class chartered airline services firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026. It's a package you must see. Stay with us.
Oluwagbinga Gabriel Aremo, a perfect gentleman, symbol of trust and excellence, visionary, passionate, resilient, and customer-friendly professional, certified travels and tour services management strategist, serial entrepreneur, team player, and industry captain, is the founder and chief executive officer of Aerobion Travels and Tours Limited, a leading multifaceted international standard educational travels firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026.
Number one is travel management. Provide solution to travel challenges. Want to travel to any country, you have visa issue, you don't know how to go about it. We help you from the A to Z, ensuring that you have smooth travel experience. Also, we are into school abroad.
My name is Ayola Winjobi Lawal. I'm the manager at Aerobion Travels and Tours Nigeria Limited. I oversee the running of the firm and the day-to-day activities, and also client and customer and staff relation, and basically everything well. I've been working on Dime for about 5 years now and counting. We render services like schooling abroad. We process visas for tourism, we process visas for basically any type of visa you want, and we also have tour packages. We also book flights for clients, and we're basically a solution-based company in the travel industry.
Michael Dosimo, a perfect gentleman, insightful, strategic, and impactful business management expert, alumnus of the University of Lagos in Nigeria, certified, seasoned, passionate, and customer-centered entrepreneur, team player, and industry captain, is the founder and chief executive officer of MOD Education Nigeria Limited, a leading full-service, world-class, international students placement consultancy firm in Africa, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026.
There are ethos around our business. The first of which is integrity. People that work in our company understand that transparency, honesty, integrity is critical to who we are. So the first thing that distinguishes us is the fact that we're a business that we don't want to sound church, but we want to be clear that you can hold us to that high standard, that integrity is key to our business. Speed. is another unique feature of our business. Time to market, so the time lapse between when a request is made or when we get in contact with a client and when the service is rendered is another key unique differentiator for our business. If a business has been existing 20 years in Nigeria, I think a 20-year-old child will get married. So we are old in the game, and there must be a reason why you have longevity in business. It tells the story of not just resilience, but you must be good at what you do, otherwise you fizzle with the time. When we started, the UK was the key. UK institutions were key players in Nigeria, major recruiters of Nigeria. The industry has changed as well. I mean, the UK is under a lot of cosh from other study destinations. The major study destinations in the world, Canada, the US, Australia, France, they're now big in Nigeria as well. So the UK still controls a very decent size of the market, and that's of course historical. Nigeria and the UK enjoy very long history. Our parents studied there, so of course it's where we all know and we all go to first. But that's a change in the industry. Another change in industry is the fact that there are lots of locally owned businesses in the industry. Back in the days, it used to be exclusive to foreign ownership, not anymore.
Chief Ifechuku Echezona, a perfect gentleman, signpost of trust, graduate of the prestigious Maritime Academy in Imo State and Nigeria Institute of Shipping in Lagos, renowned, purpose-driven, impactful, and customer-centric freight forwarding and logistics services management expert, philanthropist, teamwork advocate, and award-winning industry leader, is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of GIA Logistics Limited, a frontline global standard digital freight forwarding, shipping, and logistics firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026.
First of all, this company has been existing for some decades now. We are formerly known as SILVERBIRD. As time goes on, we migrate to GIA Logistics when the company tried to rebrand. So we have been known for excellence, speed, transparency. You go online, you will see our customers' feedback. Our vision is simple: to be #1 logistics company in Africa. You understand? To be a global movement. That's our vision. You understand? I want a situation whereby when people talk about GIE logistics, we don't need to explain ourselves. We don't need to start telling them what we do. Just like when you talk about Dangote, you already know what Dangote does. When you talk about Boa Cement, you know what Boa Cement does. So our vision is that even though a 10-year-old child, when they hear GIE logistics, they will know that okay, this people are into freight forwarding. We are known for speed delivery. We are known for shift delivery and all this stuff. That's our vision and that's our mission. So far, so good. I can tell you for free that our customers from now knows that okay, we are transparent. If anything that will bring the delay in at the cost of the carry the containers, we don't hesitate to open up. When you open up, is detention. So we are known for transparency. We are known for speed. We are known for peace of mind. People call me digital freight forwarder because I deliver in no time. I deliver in 2 days. And by the grace of God, Nigeria Customs Service have made it more easier for us to keep to that standard. You agree with me that for the past 1 month or 2 months, every container that's stepping into Nigeria now, into this mother port here, have been scanned. And as a result of those containers being scanned, there's no point of them being dropped for examination. So eventually it's scanned and it's dropped. We'll pay our visa, we'll pick up, deliver. Yeah. GIA is not meant for everybody. We have met so many clients, so many have gone, and so many have stayed. Just like you said, angry clients that who don't take corrections, clients who don't accept their wrong, clients who don't agree to the terms, clients who don't agree to the system. You can't work with them. We have millions and thousands of importers out there. I will tell you that even though GIE, we have 500 staffs, we can still manage all of those importers. So for that reason, that is why I said that GIE is not meant for everybody. We have our target customers, and just like in Christian way, we say God will connect us to the people that need what we carry and people that carry what we need. So we have specific clients that are eager to work with. So we are not meant for everybody, and everybody is not meant for GIE.
Engineer Ime Etuk, an excellent gentleman, alumnus of the University of Benin in Nigeria, signpost of trust, certified IT service consultant, purpose-driven, exceptional and people-friendly business management expert in what advocate our industry. Captain is the founder and chief executive officer of IEFA International Limited, a full-service global standard IT certified service provider in Nigeria and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026.
IEFA International was founded in 2013 as an IT company to provide end-to-end IT solutions, but with focus on service delivery. But we became operational in 2016. Then I was the only staff, okay, and still doing the same thing. We have partnerships across the industry, and we work together. Like I said before, we have resources, our engineers deployed to different locations in Nigeria and in Ghana. Okay, we have worked even in DR Congo. We worked in Ghana. We have about 6 or 7 engineers currently working, and in Nigeria the same thing. We do managed service, we do support service, and we do consultancy. The partnership we have with our foreign partners allows us to, do all of these 3 core services. Managed services means we deploy our engineers to various customer sites to help operate their environments. That way, the customers can focus on their core business and bring down, cost. And we call them resident engineers. And under consultancy, we do deployment. We can assess customer environments, come up with a solution, still in partnership with our foreign partners, and then do the implementation, which usually is a prerequisite to residency taking effect. So for support, we do the same. Break and fix. We have environments where customers will say, oh, this is bad, and then we need to place order for parts, and then we get it fixed. So our 3 core services are managed service, support service, and consultancy.
Eben Jewels, an excellent gentleman, erudite, vision-driven, versatile and impactful financial services management expert with extensive experience, audit, tax and advisory services, holder of highly respected academic and professional certifications, fellow Chartered Institute of Accountants, team player and industry. Katu is the founder and managing partner of Transla Partners, a leading integrated world-class professional financial advisory firm in Nigeria and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026.
Yeah, we founded it in 2009. I was working in PricewaterhouseCoopers at the time, just before then. So I resigned and teamed up with an older colleague who was my colleague at the old Arthur Anderson. And we came together and decided to run with an accounting firm that will be a credible alternative to the other big four firms around. And we've been working on that same story all this period. The main objective was to build a credible alternative to the big four firms. Now, what you find is, as at the time we're starting the firm, the gap between the big four firms and the other firms was very, very wide. So whether it is in terms of the quality of their work or even the quality of their people. In fact, some of my friends then used to say there are big four firms and there is Asha Jeon and Co. You know, let's just eat something and Co. But all the other firms will typically, our names will typically be XYZ and Co, chartered accountants. Now, one of the things we wanted to achieve was actually to provide opportunities for young men, you know. So I think in that 18 years, we probably will have at least 400 to 500 alumni, people that have come here, worked with us, and have gone on to do other things, you know. So no matter who or what they've become, a lot of the foundations, because we're typically their first employers, a lot of the foundations was built here. So I think looking back, that is one small dream that was fulfilled. The other part is, in the course of being an independent firm in the local market, we joined RSM. Now, RSM is a very big firm. In fact, in the United States, RSM is the 5th largest accounting firm. So after the big four, RSM will qualify as a big 5. Now, RSM is also not a young firm. It's not a recent firm. One of the things the big four firms have going for them is their longevity, their age. They've been around for, with the birth of the profession, modern accounting, which is barely 200 years old actually, you know. So the big four firms in particular were some of the largest firms that started modern accounting as we know it, you know, practice as a firm. So the RSM firm, the US firm called McGladrey at the time, for example, is over 100 years old. So when they came saying they needed a firm in Nigeria to be working with them, I think that was validation, because at the time we were not even located in where our offices were in Antoni, and they were clear that they weren't looking for buildings. They are looking at the quality of work, and the reason they wanted us to work together was because among all the firms in Nigeria at the time that they were looking at, we had the strongest quality. So that was very good validation, you know, of the work that we have been putting in all these years. We are a full service accounting firm, so we do audit, tax, and consulting services. Audit is one of the key things that we do. Now, for tax, tax has been one of the pillars, the supporting pillars of our practice from day one. Some of the things we've done in tax is such that our clients attest to the fact that our quality is not inferior to any other firm in Nigeria. And this was attested to by a global ranking organization called World Tax that ranked us as a tier 1 firm, exactly in the same bracket as some of the biggest accounting and law firms in Nigeria. Success happens all the time. Just that a lot of us may not take the time to celebrate it. Anytime you have a dream and you are alive enough to see your dream come to fruition, then that is success. So one of the things that I think we need the most to build anything, not just a business, is perseverance and tenacity. So you're going to have obstacles, but if you properly focused on why you started a journey in the first place, then definitely, as long as you are healthy and alive, you keep working towards it. One day you get your goal. So success is a process of dreaming and living to see your dream and dreaming afresh.
Captain Daniel Kwanzaa, an excellent gentleman, symbol of integrity, alumnus of the Nigerian Aviation School in Zaria, certified, seasoned and versatile aviation services management expert, insightful, goal-getting, impactful and people-friendly professional, team player and industry captain, is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Gyro Air Limited, one of the foremost world-class chartered airline services firm in Nigeria and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2026.
We're currently exploring the possibility of going airline and bringing the knowledge we have from the charter and the knowledge of the local markets, of which we understand the dynamics altogether, into the airline operations. So yes, so we 10 years, it's very, very likely that you will be seeing Gyro Air, yes, as an airline, as a trusted airline. If the environment is dynamic, you have to be dynamic. You can't stay static. So it requires a continual evaluation and re-evaluation. Picking up data, working on the data, you understand, and modifying it to meet the trend. We look at the operating costs. The operating cost is astronomical now. I mentioned before that almost everything, all the revenue that I make goes into fuel. Put it in figures. At a point in time, fuel was just about 15% of my operating cost. 15%. After COVID, it jumped to 25. Okay, because after COVID coming to 2022, the Naira dollar exchange, you know what happened, yes. Then it continued to rise. Now, today, as a result of fuel, that element alone is 44% of my operating costs.
Special television report.
The importance of the freight forwarding and logistics industry in Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. EOM Business Network on SILVERBIRD Television and the Council for the Regulation of Freight Forwarding in Nigeria present Freight Forwarding in Nigeria, Prospects, Challenges, and the Future towards Sustainable Economic Development in a face-to-face with industry captains, regulators, and operators. It is a must-watch.
Mandate of the Council is to oversee, to regulate and manage the practice of logistics services in Nigeria. Basically, logistics service covers all activities that enhances cargo flow, either by air, by sea, by land. To regulate this subsector.
It is a must-watch. Join us.
Take this product to support your body system.
We've given back to the society in more ways than one.
We talk that we need to do something differently.
Should I keep a dollar fund? Should I keep a euro bond?
If I'm being recognized, it's my people that's being recognized because they do the day-to-day work.
Best of which is integrity.
That is based on feedback from a customer.
Since then, we have been sending students to different countries of the world.
And that's a fine place to call it a wrap on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to eomcoms.com and any of our other social portals, as you can see on the screen. Thank you very much, our valued sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.